This is Candace Shuford, and welcome to P.A.V.E podcast. Here, we focus on crafting content that helps you to feel powerful, augmented, vulnerable, and eclectic. We will have a stimulating and engaging podcast released every Wednesday. So, let's work together and help pave the way to you. To help me stay focused and creative while I write, I always keep mud water nearby. Check out my unique link in the description box if you are interested in an all-natural coffee alternative that gives a natural focus without any jitters or crashes. In this episode, I'll discuss why and how this podcast idea all got started. So let's get to it. I am so excited to finally be here. I want to give a thanks to everybody who has supported me. You guys probably would not be hearing from me until next year if it wasn't for the support of my wonderful family and friends. So in this episode, we will talk about what has brought me to this point, why I decided to start a podcast, and why I chose the acronym P.A.V.E. So firstly, I've always enjoyed interacting with people. I love sharing my thoughts and holding space for others to be who they are in the moment and truly express themselves. My mom always encouraged us as kids to write out our feelings, and my dad often shared his poetry with us, and that eventually led to my own love of poetry and personal expression. I actually remember doing my first haiku when I was in 3rd grade, and it's been history ever since. So I started a poetry group at Barnes & Noble with my girl Andy and another friend of ours, and we would go once a week, have coffee, and just sit and read poetry books. And one day I picked up a poetry book by Ruby Carr, and I did more research on her, and I found out about her story, and I felt really motivated and inspired, and I was like, you know what, like I could totally write poetry and like put it out to the world. So that's what got my wheels turning on wanting to write more regularly. I've always written, but I got into a season of life where I started writing really regularly because of Ruby's experience. So I knew that I wanted to have some sort of vlog or blog, and I'm really interested in Enneagram and Myers-Briggs personality tests, and I thought about doing a vlog on that, but it just didn't come together. So fast forward to 2020, I move about 4 hours away from Andy, and we're not able to get together as often as we would like. Well, we decided to hold a Zoom poetry jam, and we had a really awesome turnout, met some really cool people, and we started a poetry group chat. I recorded an audio clip, obviously, of one of my poems in the group chat, and somebody said, wow, you have a really nice voice. You should have a podcast. And I was like, yeah, I think I would really like to do that. So one of my friends in the group, she sent me a link to a podcast course. I took the course, and here we are. Months later, I am having a podcast now. So I got the help of 3 awesome friends to help me get this whole thing off the ground, because anyone who knows me knows that Candace and technology are not best friends, but we're gonna get there. So most of the episodes will consist of me sharing a poem, and I'll talk about the self-growth tools that I used to help me process emotions and kind of just become more integrated within myself through poetry and personal growth tools. every 4 to 6 weeks, we'll have a guest on the show, and they will talk about their poetry. They will more than likely read a poem, and then they'll discuss how poetry has helped them to grow and just see things more clearly in their life. So I am super excited to get this thing off the ground. And now I'm going to go into the acronym of P.A.V.E. and what that all means. So we've got 4 letters. First, we're going to start off with powerful. So I feel like everybody has a sense of power within them. And that's what I feel like people should focus more on. We do so much negative self-talk and even tearing other people down. You know, we all do it. But I think it's important for us to not only notice what's powerful within us, but within others. And the more we notice the things that we're good at, the easier it'll be for us to pick out good things in other people. So then we go into the word augmented. So in line with powerfulness, since we all have that within us, it was important for me to find a word that acknowledges what already is great, and then what can be made better and more complete when we put in the work. So there we have the word augmented. It is the perfect definition of what I just said. And so then we're going to go to vulnerable. In my own experience, the best way to heal a wound is to open it, clean it up, and give it attention so that it can mend properly. And when we look at ourselves and we see the areas that need to be cleaned up a little bit, and we can be really vulnerable, that can help us to come together within ourselves more. And then the last word, eclectic. How could I not use this word? It describes me so well. I'm a little bit of everything. So I try to incorporate different methods of personal self-growth or, sustainability that I hear about. And I try to put that into my life to create a nice balance. And I plan to share a lot of that with you guys. So there we go. That is where the acronym P.A.V.E. has come from. So I am definitely looking forward to your feedback on what you thought of this episode. We're wrapping up the first welcome episode here, and I'm so thankful for you taking the time out of your day to come on here and listen to what I have to say. And if you felt like what I said today resonated with you and you're interested in getting to know more, please go ahead and subscribe so that we can stay connected. Thank you.